Hi everyone, Eileen here. So it's the weekend, so I'm going to share with you a card, and it's a Lavinia Stamps video tutorial from me to you using the fabulous Eden fairy along with little Darcy. Yeah, Eden and Darcy, and it also features a sweet poppy stencil in the background. Also designed by Tracy Dutton of Lavinia Stamps, and this is called Fairy Sprite. So I thought it would add a bit of interest in the background. It's quite a quick card to do. All you need to remember is to keep your hands clean, because it's using light coloured inks and it's got the white border, and you know what I'm like. So I need to be careful. Right, let's go. I have a piece of multifarious cardstock from Lavinia Stamps, A4 size. I folded it, creased it, cut it to 14 centimetres in width by 20 centimetres in length. And I'm using a mask, stainless steel mask from Sweet Poppy Stencils. It's a rectangle mask. You can, to make a frame, make a border. Now, obviously, you can use tape and put that around the sides. Make sure it's stencil tape, so when you take it off, it doesn't tear your card. So you can use tape, but this is so quick to do. And I'm using a magnetic sheet underneath. After I've positioned the rectangle mask over the cardstock, down it goes and it grips really tightly. The first colour that I'm putting on is this new, it is so lush. What a beautiful shade. This is called Salvaged Patina, and I made a label for it yesterday and missed out the L. I wondered why it was looking as if it was savaged patina. Well, it isn't savage, it's pretty. Here we go. Makeup brush. It's got a really dirty label on the back. I don't know why that is, but anyway, I'm not taking any notice of it, because on goes the beautiful colour. Coming in from the sides. Obviously, this is a new pad, so it's wet, but I'm using a brush with a wide bristle area, and that shouldn't give me too many splodges. And it will be quite quick to do because of the width of the brush. Coming in from the sides. I think you might have a few shadows this morning. I'm sorry about that. But it's really dark in here now because it's raining heavily. So I've got all the lights on and it's casting a few shadows over my work. What a lovely, lovely colour. Going up the card, and then sort of a gentle fade out. So this area will stay white and the top will stay white. But I'm going right up to the top on the right hand side, coming down a bit as well at an angle, and a bit more colour maybe here, so it still gives you a white space area on the left. And that's it. Okay, so that's my background. Leaving the mask stencil in place, I'm putting down the other stencil, the Fairy Sprite, and in the middle, maybe up a little bit from the bottom. So it's about ½ an inch up from the bottom. And then position her, and again, she will grip onto the magnetic sheet that's underneath. And then I'm going to do this Kitsch Flamingo. It goes so well with this new colour. It's gorgeous. Another quite large brush, not as large as the head as the other one, but still fairly large. And then keeping well away from these sides, you can put tape down there if you feel you're going to let the ink drift over to those edges. So be careful, but I'm doing a circular motion and keeping away from those sides. And just popping down pink all over, up from the bottom. So the whole stencil is covered. And concentrating a bit more of the pink. Another layer. So that you can really see this beautiful fairy in the background. Tracy from Lavinia Stamps does a lot of stencils to match, for Sweet Poppy stencils to match her stamps. And I'm starting to really use them a lot now to complement each other. It adds interest, and to be honest, it's really quick and easy to do. And I think that's my mantra, really. If it's quick and easy, I'm there, okay? Now, another stencil. Leave those in place still. So we're building all these stencils up, all the layers on top of each other. And this is Glory. And I'm just popping Glory down in the middle again. And taking back to the Selvage Patina and the larger brush, very quickly going to, concentrating on the body area more than the outside of the stencil, just going to give that fairy another layer of interest. A pattern from the Sweet, no, it's not a Sweet Poppy stencil this. This is from Lavinia Stamps itself. So Lavinia Stamps Glory. Okay. Now we can remove all the stencils. So the first one I'll take off and pop it over to be washed. Just soap and water. But with metal stencils, they are as sharp as knives. Use brushes to clean them, please. Not your fingers. And there she is. Beautiful. Remove that stencil for a wash as well, and the magnetic sheet. And then I'm back, ready to stamp. Starting off with the gorgeous Eden. Versifying Claire Nocturne. You can use archival if you want, but Nocturne's quite a fluid ink. And this is a silhouette stamp, and it needs plenty of ink on it without swamping it. Can you hear the rain dripping? I always find that soothing when I'm trying to go to sleep. It's quite calming during the day as well, I suppose, really. Okay, she looks pretty good to me. Concentrating on that body and just looking to make sure I haven't got any surplus ink in places I shouldn't have. So I'm just getting a wet cloth to wipe that off. Got a few stray bits around the edge, so I'm just wiping that off. Okay, I'm going to pop her down, and I'm popping her down, trying to make sure she's straight, but I want the about ½ an inch up from the bottom, but I want some of her wing to be outside onto the white border area. So around about there, I think. Put it down. Gentle pressure. not too heavy, but making sure you get every area. And then down and up. And there she is. She is gorgeous, isn't she? And then there's little Darcy. Darcy is pointing a finger. So I thought, right, okay, she sort of wants to say hello to the Eden fairy. No problem, I can arrange that. Gentle tapping again. Grand Prix again this weekend, Spanish. Oh! Looking forward to that. Qualifying today, race tomorrow. Oh, yes. Now little Darcy, I want to bring her down. I want to line up that finger with the hand of Eden, but I want Darcy to be also just popping her feet outside onto the white border area. So hopefully I've got it around about there. Should be right. I nearly finished this card. If Darcy doesn't look right, I've got to start it all again. I don't mind. I love stamping, colouring, crafting. Keeps your head in a good place, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And there she is. No, that's fine. I have got a tiny little bit here where I've lost the opaque look on the bottom of Darcy's leg and foot. So I've got a Stabilo pencil, all black pencil. And I've also got a couple of polychromos pencils and a blender pencil. I found this in my stash yesterday and I thought, I used to use this a lot. So I'm just going to start using it again now. It just blends the colouring pencils in that I use to ground the fairies usually. But it's easy to use. So this is a Derwent blender pencil. And I bought this from Jackson's Art in London online. And it's very useful to have if you're using colouring pencils. So just popping, what's this one? Dark sepia under the foot to ground Eden. Not making a big thing about this. The main feature are all three of the fairies. So grounding is, you know, neither here nor there really. You need it, but at the same time, it's not really a feature, is it? Stop waffling, Eileen, and get on. Yeah, I know, I've got a lot to do today. So I've put the sepia down, just a little shadow, and now I'm going to add a bit of, what's this one? Dark red. Should be pink, really. Should be pink to match the fairy. But I'm going to use the blender pencil to blend it in so it won't be so noticeable. And here we go. So making sure that's clean, that blender pencil. Because obviously you're blending colours, you pick up some of the colour on the end of the pencil. I don't know what this material is, but you just use a sharpener on it when it sort of gets a bit low. I suppose it's some sort of eraser. But it's small, you see, so you can get into small areas and just blend the colours in together. Takes the harshness away of the colours. And then a bit here. And it blends them out a bit. Makes them smoother. And it's also bringing them a bit wide, so I might have to get a proper eraser on this. Yeah, that's not bad though. So I'm getting my mono eraser because I want to remove some of the colour altogether because it was a bit over the top. This one's okay though. Yeah. Maybe a bit more. I really don't want the eye going down too far to the bottom of the card. And it will do if I leave all that colour on there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now the final thing I'm going to do is to take a bit of paper to cover up my fairies there. And I have my whacking stick. And somewhere one of the fairies wandered off with my Posca pen. So I've got a Posca paint pen in white, and this is bullet shaped 0.7 millimeters. Brush tips are no good for this, but these bullet tips, perfect. Good shake, get the top off. Oh. God, that was an effort. And then just a few, come on out there. No, it's not coming out now. It needs to be activated. Oh, there we go. So just take a bit of scrap copy paper, get the paint flowing, and then away we go. Oops. But not all over your desk as I've just done. Never mind. A few there. I'm just going to move that round there. Like so. And then a bit on this corner. Like so. You can get quite directional with this stuff. And you can make a mess as well. But anyway, I'm done. Pop that on a white display board, or a white sheet of paper anyway, whitish. I enjoyed doing that. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully there won't be so many shadows everywhere. And I'll have another Lavinia Stamps video tutorial from me to you. Have a lovely Saturday. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.